Hey, all you deadly people. Okay, so I'm coming from the archives. It's Friday. Um, I'll insert a video. Today is a busy day. I'm going to Yale for the conference. But I'm gonna grab lunch before class and try to get my bag together. Oh yeah, it's raining. Um, oh yeah, it's like an hour and a half or 2 hour drive. But that's it. Just gotta go to my class till 1:50, and then at 2 we're leaving. Oh, I didn't really say. Well, I'm going to the Mellon Mays Fellowship, like the Northeast Regional Conference, and I'm presenting my research. Um, I'll probably record that for you guys. I'm very scared and very nervous, but I'm also very much, everyone's sharing that like it's meant to be a good environment, like basically a safe environment to learn, and like people are interested in research, and like your research specifically, that you share. And so that's exciting, but I'm on my way to grab lunch. Hi, Vita. I'm vlogging today. Hey, girl. Oh, I almost tripped. I'm dead. Lunch. We took an Uber, officially got to the Baker Hotel. We're checking in right now. I'm tired. Okay, so we each got our floors. I'm in 227. Two beds, all mine. What's up? No, I'm just playing. Oh, they look fancy. And then, there's only 4 of us that were able to come because of like the rain and everything. But we're all in each different floors. But the inside looks really good. This is nice. It's so fancy. You gotta put your card in the door to get lights. You have to do this. This is really cute. Nah, just kidding. This is so mean. This is really cute. Like, not even here 2 seconds. I'll give you guys, like my last one, I'll give you a better view right here. All right, so I'll turn on all the lights and then we'll come back. Ready? All right, here is the overview. To your left is the restroom. Oh dang, I already break it? Oh no, it's just heavy. It's just heavy. I had to put the earrings back on because I was saying earlier, I lost a pair. It's real basic. I don't know, vinyl, feeling like cloth, something, whatever. Shower, looking like a whole steam room. I'm just kidding. Yeah. And then like kitchenette area. It's cute. And then I told you the whatever. I'll definitely be showing you guys my fit tomorrow. I'm excited presenting whatever. One of our peers here already, he said there's robes in there in the closet. But it's really cute. Way fancier than where I grew up going around. I grew up at the motel. Just kidding. But it's exciting. I will sit in the little chair and give you guys a run through. You know what? I'm gonna sit in every place because I always run through with you guys. So I'm presenting tomorrow at Yale. It's a Northeast Regional Conference, and so it's like with other Mellon fellows, and we're presenting our research. It's really exciting and scary all at the same time. We have a cohort of like 13, and only 4 of us came because like the rain, and there was a whole kind of, we're here. It was a kind of a mess, not planning, but navigating with the rain and whatnot. And anyway, I will bring you guys with us. We're gonna actually go reception, dinner, and everything. I'll bring you guys with me, of course. But tonight, in the lobby is really cute. I'll show you guys later. I might go down there and work because you know we always have a lot of work to do. Like, it looks fancy. Oh, this is a game of tic-tac-toe. It looks fun. That's a puddle.
I have no idea.
We have no idea. We're going to.
Okay, well, after the day is going up.
Checking in. This is Yale's part of Yale's Divinity School. What's that?
How was your first month?
Oh, it's been good. It's been busy, but it's been really good.
That's good.
A little too busy, but we navigating it. Good morning. Oh, I gotta do the whole video thing. Good morning, all you deadly people. I'm not a morning person. It's 7:50 a.m. I just woke up, put on my glasses, turned on the light. I should have coffee and hot chocolate waiting at the door, but I'm just getting up, really just rolling over. Okay, and then I'm gonna run through my presentation for a little bit this morning. And just wake up and get ready, and then we'll be leaving here at like 9:30. No, 9:20. We're going downstairs, something like that. And then yeah, conference. Then get traveling back to Amherst. Yeah, super excited and ready. Are we ready? We're gonna be ready anyway. How cute. I'm gonna put me on some, I don't know, news? No, just get some TV and get my coffee and whatever this going. I already put the robe back on. I'm cold. It's the morning. Yeah, I'm not a morning person. We were supposed to, because breakfast is at 8:30 to 9:30. But we had like, usually 4 of us, me and half of the group are gonna go at like 9:30 closer. So like 9:20, but then travel by like 9:30. Anyway, oh, thank goodness. I need, like, that's just 1 hour, but I need that to be a person. Oh my gosh, it looks like the whole bed moved. Holy, it's like rugged. Anyway, my coffee and hot chocolate. So here's the fit. Today is Orange Shirt Day, known in Canada as Truth and Reconciliation Day. So we wear orange in remembrance and also mourning of the residential school children that were taken and never, who never made it home. But wearing orange for that, and I'm also presenting today. Yeah, here's the fit. I said I was gonna be practicing. I'm not gonna be practicing. I might at lunch, we'll see. But if not, I'm gonna get up there and present, because I do know what I'm presenting on. But yeah, here's the fit. Here is what the Blake, I've been calling it the wrong name all this time. The Blake is. I have a really cute, like, setting area. We can just work. It's really cute. But we're checking out. Okay, we're walking to, I don't even know where we're walking. I was falling. We're leaving the Blake. I was over here calling it the wrong name the entire time. It's all right. But we just checked out. Now we go into the conference. Yeah. So go fresh air. I don't know how fresh, but yeah. See, the Blake is fancy. That person has a whole driver. That's some dope art. Very vibrant. Oh, it's cute. Just kidding, I'm not a city person. We're gonna go grab lunch. They have lunch, but we want a cohort bonding lunch because they're senior cohort, we're junior cohort.
There is no way out.
Revolution.
It's okay.
I'm always so dramatic. Okay, this door doesn't open.
Okay. We're at Shake Shack. We're grabbing some medium burgers, fries, milkshake. It's locked. There's all these business people and like in suits and everything. It's so like it looks like beta. Look like beta. It is what it is what it feels like. I present a little bit later. Gabby presents before me, and then I'm presenting after. But I'm excited. Yes, we're on the same panel, so at least there's comfort in that. We're gonna eat good.
This Sunset is Newland, Anand, Adultry, this Sunset, what next?
Mada and Gendaso, she counts. I will be speaking, my presentation will be on Anishinaabe-Mawin revitalization, specifically centering my positionality. My presentation is going to look a little different as I view my research as a living thing. In many ways, I am my research, as my work is in its own way a long-term goal of experiencing language revitalization and sharing this knowledge by teaching at the professor level. I will be sharing how I entered into my research topic, which originally started as a goal of hoping to look at Anishinaabe-Mawin revitalization and how public schools continue to play a role in language loss. I learned quickly as I began my research that I had to pivot the way in which I hope to enter my research. I will be sharing the ways in which my research has evolved throughout my presentation. I want to acknowledge my mentor, Professor Brooks, at the lower part, Professor Lisa Brooks, as she has been a mentor who has not only worked with me from my freshman year, but all the way up until now as my junior year. Professor Brooks has changed the way I get to view academia. Through her, as an Indigenous professor, I can see myself taking up space as a scholar while continuing to show up for Indian country. I also want to note why I chose to put our nations under each of our names. This is important to me because this is where I come from and where parts of our perspective comes from. I also see the importance as you as an audience being able to see the many different nations that do exist. I'm someone who's proud to be Odawa. I present to you today, gotta scroll a little bit. I present to you today, September 30th, which in Canada is known as Truth and Reconciliation Day, and in the US, Orange Shirt Day, which is an Indigenous-led initiative. Today, September 30th, honors the children who never returned home and survivors of residential schools, as well as their families and communities. Today of all days, it is important to think about the impact of residential schools regarding my research, and as its origin of acknowledging today comes from the harm enacted by residential schools. Loss of language is one of the many things residential schools work to strip Indigenous children of. I started this presentation with my niece who was counting in Anishinaabe-Mawin. And when that video ends, she asked what next. As an auntie, as a person, I want to be able to answer and respond to her. But I couldn't. I don't have the answers. She was remembering our language faster and better than me, while being further in the process. Yes, I have grown up attending after-school programs, learning our language within my community. But when you start to be in atmospheres and environments like this, even here at Yale, but specifically Amherst College, you forget because you are not actively using your language. But to see her perspective from a different lens, because she is the next generation. And then here's some of my literature. The text displayed here shares the ways I've entered into my research by starting from the beginning. This is who I am as a person, so it makes sense that this is how this is my entry as a researcher. The first two texts on the top are paired together as they share specifically an Ojibwe perspective. A lot of the Odawa understanding and origins come from the same teachings. In Boarding School Seasons on the bottom was a beautiful piece suggested by my mentor, Professor Brooks, which captures an Okemos, a grandma's story of her journey of historical residential schools through her letters. As I was engaging with this text, I was reading the places but paused many times as I was no longer reading. I was seeing them, these places that are not just words, but are places I have been, places I have lived. They are parts of my story I had not considered diving into. I found reading the first chapter of Boarding School Seasons to be hard, as I was navigating putting myself back into what I felt attending these schools. As I sat with what I was feeling, it made me think about my own timeline growing up and where my perspective comes from. This is a lot of what my work has consisted of. Where does my perspective come from, and where does my voice fit? So I'm going to take you guys on a little journey, beginning with the time I was an infant until I was 14. I grew up in my homelands on the 1836 Treaty Territory in Michigan, attending ceremony, learning teachings, and growing up in my homelands, I still experienced lack of language. Where my nation is situated, we learn from a fluent speaker who has now relocated from Canada to learn our specific dialect of Anishinaabe-Mowin. We do not have any first language speakers within our nation of Little River Band of Ottawa Indians. To put this into perspective, we have an entire nation of Odawa people who do not have a fluent speaker from their nation. We have to look to relatives. The rest of this timeline shows my education journey prior to Amherst, following with Circle of Nations School in Wapton, North Dakota, to Sherman Indian High School my freshman year of high school, and finishing up high school at Flandreau Indian School. Each of these schools consist of Native peoples who come from across Turtle Island. I've also added Haskell Indian University in Lawrence, Kansas on the last slide, as this is where my immediate family relocated for some time, which is an institution where many Indigenous scholars I have access to have ties. This is where a lot of the scholarship I will be engaging with stems from. The one thing that each of these places has in common is that they are made up of a metropolitan of Indigenous people. Here is a map that can help share visibly the few places I have been exposed to. A lot of my understanding of where I position myself today has stemmed from talking about my research and the text I am engaging with. I want to share a specific quote from Professor Vaughn. "We need people from the communities doing exactly what you are doing, asking hard questions and showing up in these spaces." When I first experienced this conversation, I was taken back. I was so used to separating my own experience as I am in a space like Amherst College and discrediting my own lived experience to being something I was not allowed to credit. As I sat with this disconnect, I get to use my own journey as an asset to my work, as an asset to my research. My experience to higher education is abnormal to the average eye, but my research journey has allowed me to own my story within my research, that I have been exposed to my topic of research before I realized it could be considered research. I am now at a place where I will no longer allow myself to completely position myself out of my scholarly work. So some of the methodology I am using, it's more Indigenous-based, community-based research and learning, and intergenerational teachings and learning, as well as close readings. Why Anishinaabe-Mowin revitalization is critical. Take the word Odaimin. In English means strawberry. When you translate words from Anishinaabe-Mowin, you lose its presence, an essence of what it is. Take the beginning of Odaimin, Ode, which can only be translated to heart. It is not just a heart as a concept. It's a heart as you walk, as you breathe. Odaimin in our communities are valued and hold a higher power. They are medicine. It is also one of our relations that we always have at ceremonies to make sure you have an offering. And then you have the min, which means bury. But when you combine those two, as someone growing up in those communities, attending ceremonies, and understanding the importance of those berries and stories and teachings that come with the Odaman, and when you translate into English, you do not get any of that understanding, because some of our words in Anishinaabe cannot be translated. They will never be able to be translated and be completely understood in the way in which our language is. Our language is a descriptive language. And if you lose that, you lose culture. And if we don't start engaging with this now and asking those hard questions and showing up, we won't be able to have this part of our own existence. And then this is just the ways in which I'm advancing my research. Specifically, this is like this fall semester, taking a special topics in which I join community Zooms and sit there with fluent speakers. We have one portion of the class is just completely in the language, and so there's no translation, but still hearing that language and how vital it is. Our research methods, and then this is all going towards, all of the work I'm engaging with now is going towards my senior thesis in the spring of 2025, and then here are my sources. I'm getting over here. I'm packing because my conference is this weekend. I have to present. Just kidding. Hold on, I'm getting real scared. I'm all getting intimidated. It's at Yale. Just kidding. Okay, but totally, I'm all intimidated. I put on my fit and I said, at least I'm gonna feel good. Like it's them shoes for me. Look at. I'll also be wearing leggings most likely. I might try a different shirt on this, but this is. If I might just go with this fit, it matches. Anyway, and different earrings, of course, that match. And then my little pin, because it's going to be September 30th.